Good day everyone, my name is Shaine Rita Incapas from Bucal National High School and this is my study with the title Strategic Educational Classic Gaming Tools. As a teacher teaching creative technology subject for my students, I noticed that they dislike it for the reasons that it has challenging topics. Those topics are HTML5 or Hypertext Markup Language for coding web page, Adobe Photoshop CS6 for visual graphic design, and basic photography. That's why learners feel less interested to learn it. It is important to know how educational games can help to enhance our students' motivation and learning towards creative technologies topics. The researcher came up with the idea on creating original and non-generic type of games to make the students be motivated in class. The researcher created the Photo Bomber card game for photography topics, Webdesk card game for HTML5, and Photoshop ladder match for photo editing. The researcher also created software version game for HTML. This study would like to find out the students' perception of using game as learning tool for creative technology subject. Specifically, it seeks to answer what the students' perceptions are using five constructs. 1. The motivation. 2. Attitudes. 3. Cognitive development. 4. Interface. And 5. Expectation. The study is limited for the grade 8 special science program students who are taking up creative technology subject for the school year 2019 up to 2020. The game featured topics from HTML5 common to table tags, Adobe Photoshop CS6 tools, and basic photography elements. Research methodology. For data collection, the procedure started from the reading of related literature and studies, after which the survey questionnaire was adopted from Mushroom 2006. After that, an original game created and evaluated by two international game programmers named Rachel Ann Luna and Adrian Sosa of Knacknote Incorporation before using it in game sessions. Then the game session was started or conducted on second grading period and ended on third week of October for the school year 2019 up to 2020. Then weighted mean and standard deviation was used. For the results and discussions, this table will show the summary of all the five constructs. First is the student's motivation. It got the highest average score of 3.70 with verbal description of strongly agree. It shows that the respondents are highly motivated by the strategic game. The second is the students' attitudes with the average score of 3.05 with verbal description of agree. Such findings means that respondents' attitudes towards playing games makes them more interested in the subject but they cannot learn it by themselves. The third is the student's cognitive development with the average score of 3.55 with verbal description of strongly agree. The outcomes confirm that the respondents' cognitive development are enhanced by the game. The fourth one is for the game interface with the average score of 3.39. With verbal description of agree, the results confirm that the game interface are user-friendly. The last bar is the student's expectations, with total average score of 3.65 with verbal description of strongly agree. The results ratify that the respondents are eager to learn more using this kind of game in the future. For the conclusions, the results indicated that all the respondents were highly interested in using games as one of their learning approaches. Furthermore, creative technologies are well known as a difficult subject. Thus, learning with games seems to develop students' inspiration on the subject. The recommendations gathered from the open-ended comments on the survey suggest to make an Android version of the game, to reproduce the game, and to make games for other subjects too. And these are the cited references for this study. And that ends my presentation. Thank you very much for listening and for watching. And if you have any questions or queries, you can reach me at shanerita.incapas@deved.gov.ph. Thank you.